we used to have Kentucky night. We used to buy Kentucky, and we used to come in here and there'd be 100, we'd just eat and laugh and joke. And it'd be a point where we'd say to young people, you make that relationship so you can then say to them, you know, weeks later, listen, I heard how you have a knife, bruv, trust me. And they would trust you and they would listen. Or you'd say, look, I've got a great idea. Why don't you keep going to school? Why don't we just keep on the school thing just for a little bit longer? All of that kind of stuff, you can only have those conversations with people you know. Being a youth worker was the everyday story of helping people to aspire to move beyond our circumstances of coming from a poor background, chasing down jobs, chasing down education, wanting more for themselves. I've been fortunate enough to get into university, and somebody I know was murdered. That's what got me in youth work in the first place. The amount of stabbings and gang warfare, it was a response to that. I wanted to get the kids who were positive away from that. It's a really strange place, Kensington Chelsea. It's one of the loveliest places in the world, but it's a tale of two cities. I used to tell people I live on the same road as Madonna. So I lived at one end of Portobello Road and she lived at the other. And it just dawned on me, same road, different world. We were talking about 1990, 91. Came here with Baron, he said, come and be a volunteer. So I came and that's why I started the youth work. I know it isn't big, it isn't flash, there isn't hundreds of computer screens in here, but what is in here is a focus on moving those young people forward. We tangibly kept young people away from crime. We got people out of gangs. We got people into work. We gave them new passions, excitement. We just made this area livable. We were a poor community, but we had projects like this that made it great. We had something special here. Eventually, I was able to set up my generation, which is right here. It's at the base of Trenwick Tower. We're here for about 8 years. It was life-changing for me and lots of the young people that came through our doors. I helped thousands of young people get a fresh start, move forward. And just like my youth work was about giving people a fresh start, I want to give London a fresh start. Do you want a safer London? The traffic problems finally tackled? The congestion charge and the council tax hikes reversed. I'm Shaun Bailey. I've been a youth worker for over 20 years and I've worked at the highest levels of government, advising on crime and setting up the largest youth programme this country has ever seen. I've spent years with experts planning how to solve London's problems. As Mayor, I will make our city safer by reopening 38 police stations and hiring 8,000 more police officers. I'll reverse the congestion charge hike and the council tax hike, saving each London household over £300. As Mayor, I will make London safer, fairer and more affordable for all of us. £20. What does that mean to you? When I was a young man, that was my weekly shop. So in my 20s, working as a security guard in Wembley in the Trocadero, I remember budgeting like this was a matter of survival. My mum constantly told me, watch what you're spending, watch what you're spending. And then I had a period of being unemployed, and then I had a period of going back to college. And those two periods really taught me how to budget. £1.40, 70 pence, either way on the bus. Spent a lot of my time staying with lots of different people, surfing lots of different sofas. Yes, people want to help, but you had to contribute. And then I have this bit left in order to cover my bills. So when I sit here and I remember what it was like, it reminds me that there's a responsibility on politicians not to waste money. We should be making every single penny count, and I'm not sure that the Mayor does that. So when Sadiq Khan wants to raise council tax, he has to remember a lot of Londoners live like this, with a tight budget. If someone had raised my council tax, that would have meant lunch money gone. And when the Mayor takes that money away to cover a cost that he should cover himself, it affects real people's lives.